Disastrous Necromancer Chapter 39 2% if you can't click the login/profile area. Disable content blockers in website settings if you use Safari on iOS. Chapter 39 Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Xia Shui called Gao Yang over. Gao Yang's eyeballs rolled quickly, revealing a meaningful smile. You too? Xia Shui said coldly. Shut your mouth, or I will tear you up. Xia Shui is famous for her arrogance. It's only when I'm with Lin Moyu that I restrain myself a bit. After all, Lin Moyu is colder. If she is more arrogant, then the two of them don't need to talk. Facing Gao Yang at this time, her young lady's temper can be seen at a glance. Gao Yang was startled. He scratched his head. Just kidding, don't take it seriously. Xia Shui said, don't look for a team anymore. When the cooldown period for the two of us is over, I will take you to clear the books. Before the big exam, you will have no problem reaching level 12. Gao Yang roared excitedly. Really, you two are really my benefactors. You don't know that the school I want to go to is only at the 12th level. What a nice guy. Gao Yang's expression was extremely exaggerated. Xia Shui frowned. If you do this again, I won't take you. Gao Yang immediately surrendered and became serious in an instant. Miss Xia, don't worry, I will be honest. If you point east, I will not go south. If you point north, I will not go east. What a mess. Shut up. Xia Shui snorted. A ball of fire appeared on the palm of her hand. If Gao Yang dared to say another word, she would definitely throw this fireball on his face. Gao Yang tactfully shut up. The villain obeys, but I don't know how long it will take for you two to cool down. Xia Shui counted the time. There are still 10 hours. 10 hours is a bit long, but Gao Yang knows that he may not be able to find a team in 10 hours. Okay, both of you have a good rest and chat. I'll go brush wild monsters. Come on Moyu, I am optimistic about you. Take Xia Shui sooner or later. After speaking, he ran away. Xia Shui stomped her feet angrily, and threw a fireball straight away. With a bang, the fireball exploded behind Gao Yang's butt, and a little spark splashed on him. Gao Yang was so hot that he screamed loudly, and ran away without a trace while clutching his buttocks. Xia Shui stomped her feet angrily. This guy, his mouth is too cheap, he doesn't want to twitch. Lin Moyu deeply felt the same, but he had to admit that Gao Yang was a nice person. When others were alienated from him, only Gao Yang took the initiative to talk to him. Even though his own response was rare, Gao Yang never got disgusted. Lin Moyu believes that her feelings are not wrong. Gao Yang is a sincere tease. After 10 hours, Gao Yang joined the team. Lin Moyu is the captain and enters the nightmare level dungeon. As soon as he entered the dungeon, Gao Yang was the first to paralyze on the ground. Hey, Miss Xia, Boss Lin, how did you get into the nightmare difficulty? Xia Shui snorted. Stop talking nonsense, just follow along, and you don't need to fight monsters. Gao Yang showed puzzlement, panic, fear and other expressions. Xia Shui wondered if it was the same when she came in for the first time. At that time, it seemed that I was terrified enough. For the sake of his own life, Gao Yang followed Xia Shui closely, not daring to take a step away. This is a nightmare level of difficulty. His little life was killed by the same monster in it. 10 minutes later, Gao Yang looked at the dead boss, but still couldn't close his mouth. This is dead? Xia Shui looked at him. Can you shut your mouth? The hala is dripping down. Gao Yang wiped the corners of his mouth, and suddenly hugged Lin Moyu's thigh. Boss Lin, can you take me with you when you use dungeons in the future, and I'll be a pendant for you? Xia Shui was helpless. Why are you so spineless? You are a knight, can you have a bit of chivalry? Gao Yang shouted. What's the use of chivalry? What do knights do with the boss around? Xia Shui really had nothing to do with her, so she simply came out of sight. A faint white light shone on Lin Moyu's body. He has completed the upgrade. Level 16 is already confident enough to enter Shajing Academy. After brushing the dungeon again, Xia Shui can also reach level 15, and she is also quite sure of being admitted to Shajing Academy. As for Gao Yang, his goal is the Jiangning Academy in this province. It is also a good institution of higher learning, and the requirements are much lower than those of Xiajing Academy. A level 12 knight is already qualified. The sun is setting, pulling everything out of long shadows. On the city wall of the south city of Shihai City, several principals stood together, looking at the wild area outside the city wall. It's time for the kids to come back. Tomorrow is the day of the big exam. I told them that I must return today. I don't know what the results of the big exam will be tomorrow. Most people should be fine, it's just the difference between a good school and a bad school. Old Lu, those two geniuses in your school, I heard that they both target Xiajing Academy. Lu Yun looked into the distance without blinking. Yes, Moyu and Xia Shui both want to enter Xiajing Academy. Xiajing Academy is the most competitive. According to the standards of previous years, only the 15th level can be more confident, and the 16th level can guarantee that nothing will go wrong. It's difficult. There is still hope for level 15, and level 16 is rare. In Shihai City, apart from Su Qianxing, Lin Mohan must have reached level 16 last year. I don't know if there's any hope for these two little guys this year. Lu Yun nodded. Trust them. Lin Moyu and Xia Shui, one is Lin Mohan's younger brother, and the other is the daughter of the Xia family. Lu Yun felt that these two people might be able to create miracles. Finally someone appeared in sight. A principal said, "It belongs to our number 3 middle school." Under the detection technique, the level of the visitor can be seen at a glance. Su Jin, level 12, sword fighter. The principal was very satisfied. Grade 12 was enough to be admitted to a better institution of higher learning. Su Jin is also a somewhat well-known figure in the number 3 middle school, and he is called one of the geniuses. My classmate Wan Ming from number 2 middle school is also back. Wan Ming, level 13, eagle-eyed archer. The students returned one by one, and the principals continued to use detection techniques on the city wall. This time of year is actually a pre-exam competition for principals. Face contest. Disastrous Necromancer Chapter 40 Teleporting to the provincial capital, the big exam begins. The students return one by one, and the principals competed with each other. At least so far, no one can really gain the upper hand. The students who came back basically concentrated in the 10th to 13th grades. Not even a level 14 one appeared. Xia Shui, Lin Moyu, and Gao Yang, why didn't any of them come back? As the sky was getting darker, Lu Yun was a little anxious. His face also became serious. Logically speaking, all 3 of them should be back. Did something happen? Finally, before night completely fell, Lu Yun saw 3 figures. It's coming, it's finally back. A smile appeared on Lu Yun's face. The result is not important, as long as you come back safely. The detection technique flew out one by one with the breeze. Gao Yang, level 12, Knight of Sword and Shield. Xia Shui, level 15, Elemental Mage. The headmaster showed surprise one by one. It really did, Xia Shui has really reached level 15. In this way, there is at least an 80% chance of being admitted to Xiajing Academy. No, it should be said that as long as the performance in the final exam is not bad, you must be able to enter. The last Lin Moyu. The principals are all professionals with a level of 40 or above in the second turn, and their level is far higher than that of Lin Moyu. So shield badges are not valid for them. Lin Moyu, level 16, Necromancer hissed. The headmaster gasped one by one. Lin Moyu has really reached level 16, one level higher than Xia Shui. This speed is too fast. They must be brushing copies. The sword and shield in Gao Yang's hands, and the staff in Xia Shui's hands are all weapons of the Goblin King. But the weapon drop rate is very low. It is not easy to collect all the corresponding weapons and equipment. Maybe they're lucky. When Lin Moyu and others walked back to the city wall, Lu Yun said, "After you enter the city, wait in the car. When everyone is assembled, we will send you back to school together." All 3 heard Lu Yun's words, only Gao Yang responded loudly, "Good principal." Lu Yun laughed straight away, he was in a good mood. In this comeback competition, he won in front of all the principals. And this time, Lin Moyu and Xia Shui may both be admitted to Xiajing Academy. It is a very honorable thing for Shihai City and number 1 middle school. As the principal, he has a bright face. When all the students came back, Lu Yun also got into the car. In fact, it is the teacher's greatest gratification that the students can come back safely. Everyone have a good rest tonight, gather at the school tomorrow morning, and we will go to the test center. The test center of the big test is not in the school, nor in Shihai City, but in Jianhai City, the provincial capital. The difference between Shihai City and Jianhai City is 1 letter. Shihai City is just a medium-sized city in Jiangning province that is not too conspicuous. Jianhai City is the provincial capital, belonging to the real large cities. Every year, the big exam will be held in Jianhai City. At that time, the examiners of the Xinxia Empire will conduct the examination uniformly. This night, Lin Moyu continued to meditate. He proceeded according to his own thinking, and didn't take the big exam particularly seriously. He is confident that he will enter Xiajing Academy. If there is a chance, the provincial champion should go for it. There was not much pursuit of this before. He just wanted to simply enter Xiajing Academy. But after listening to Ningyi and Xia Shui's words, he became slightly interested in Creation Seminary. Early the next morning, Lin Moyu woke up on time. The mental strength has fully recovered, and the whole person is in peak condition. A total of 100 skeleton warriors are quietly staying in the summoning space, waiting for his call at any time. After a 20-fold increase, the 4-dimensional attribute of each bronze-level skeleton warrior reaches 5,000. There are also 2 skills of his own soul flame and corpse burst. Let Lin Moyu be calm and confident. When I came to the school playground, many students had already arrived. Gao Yang waved his hand vigorously at Lin Moyu, Boss Lin. Lin Moyu walked over and nodded slightly towards Gao Yang, as a greeting. Although Lin Moyu is the first every time, but because of his character, he is not very popular among his classmates. And because of his profession as a necromancer, the students were a little afraid of him. After a while, Xia Shui also arrived. Xia Shui's popularity is much higher than that of Lin Moyu, and the students gathered around Xia Shui. Xia Shui came to Lin Moyu uncharacteristically. "Are you sure?" Lin Moyu nodded slightly as an answer. Xia Shui smiled. "Then we'll see you at Xiajing Academy." "Good." Lin Moyu also said softly. After all the people arrived, Lu Yun came over. "This is the teleportation stone for the test site. Everyone has 1 piece. In a while, everyone can use the crushing teleportation stone, or use the spiritual power to stimulate the teleportation stone. The teleportation stone will take everyone to the examination room. Let me repeat this at the end. During the exam, the first thing everyone must ensure is their own safety. Safety first. Okay, let's start teleporting now." The students activated the teleportation stone one by one, and disappeared with a flash of light. After everyone left, Lu Yun also activated the teleportation stone and went to the test center in Jianhai City. The test center was extremely empty, like a huge square. Candidates for more than a dozen cities, large and small, in Jiangning province have been sent over one after another. Thousands of people took part in this test in more than a dozen cities. The transmitted light has never stopped. Candidates in Shihai City are all distributed in the same area. After half an hour, the transmitted light finally stopped. Under the gaze of thousands of eyes, a tower descended from the sky. "The trial tower is open." The majestic voice resounded throughout the square. The gate on the first floor of the tower opened slowly amidst the roar. "All candidates, please listen carefully to the exam rules. You are not allowed to speak out, and you are not allowed to ask questions. Violators will be directly disqualified from the exam.